business owners, what if every inquiry told you instantly how valuable that lead really is? So basically, here what will happen is automatically the business owners will be notified the moment a lead submits a Google form. This automation sends a clean, structured lead summary via Gmail with all the key details so that you can respond faster, never miss an inquiry, and convert more leads effortlessly. So, to understand this automation, let's consider a real time scenario. Imagine prospects filling out a Google form to inquire about your product or service. So, without automation, you would manually read responses, analyze intent, and try to decide whether the lead is high or low potential, often delaying follow ups or missing good opportunities. But with this workflow, the moment a Google form is submitted, the systems automatically analyze the responses, create a clear and lead potential summary, and sends it straight to the business owner via email. You instantly know whether the lead is high value, medium, or low so that you can take action faster, focus on the right prospects, and boost conversions without manual analysis. So, now that we've understood the synopsis behind this automation, let's head over to know a bit more about what AutoAppy is. So for that, we have to go to the home page of AutoAppy. The landing page of AutoAppy where we have different nav options like home, apps, learn, automations, pricing, and workflows. So here, as we go down, we can see that we have a section named as Connect Your Apps. So here we have n number of applications which we have integrated with AutoAppy, which you can use to perform your different business automations. So here there are n number of domains under which you have different categories of applications. You can always go and explore them by clicking see more. So now let's go to the next section, that is set up your automation. So here you can explore how you can streamline your workflows and save time with our automation features. So here we have n number of templates which we have created for you so that you can understand how a particular workflow works. Suppose if you are a new user, you can always go to view details and then check how that automation works step by step, understanding its concept. So if you are someone who wishes to just try that automation and check if it suits your business, you can just go to try it and check how it works. So now heading forward towards our pricing plans. So these are our three pricing plans: the starter plan, the essential plan, and the professional plan. So in the starter plan, you can see that for absolutely ₹0 per month, we offer you 3000 tasks every month with unlimited workflows, unlimited team members, and whatnot. So what are you waiting for? So just simply sign up for free and start automating today itself. Let's head over to create our today's workflow. But before creating a today's workflow, make sure that you have an account with AutoAppy and that your Google credentials are connected to the same so that you can seamlessly access your automations. So now let's click workflows. So this will open up this kind of an automation dashboard in front of you where you can manage and monitor your workflows. So now let's start by creating a today's workflow. For that, we have to go to add workflow. Auto send potential lead summary to business owners via Gmail using Google Forms. So this is the automation which we are going to cover for today. So let's hit save. Suppose this, it will open up this kind of an interface in front of you, which will prompt us to select the trigger application or the trigger node. So now you will maybe wondering what is a trigger node. So a trigger node or an application actually is the starting point to any workflow you're going to create, or it acts as a backbone to your entire automation which you're going to create. So it basically acts as an if condition, if which not satisfied will not head over to the next condition. So in our case, the first trigger node or the application is going to be the Google Forms. So let's just click Google Forms and select new response received as a trigger and say add first tab. So this will add this application or the node to AutoAppy canvas. So now you can see that by default the status of this is draft. So now to go and make it to live, we have to go to the hamburger menu here first, and then we need to set up and configure and test this particular node. So let's see how this is done. So for that, we have to go to the webhook URL given here. So just copy that and before this, I'll just head you over to my Google form which I have created, which is a read data. So I'm going to capture the following details like full name, contact, and where did you hear us from, and the email address. So since Make sure that you also have an Google Form account and a form created like this in order to perform this automation. This is the response sheet of the Google Form which we get by linking the Google Sheet to your Google Form. So these are the details which we are going to fetch from there. So let's see how to set this page now. So for this we have to go to the extensions here. So let's just browse through how to create this form. So I have named it as lead data. So let's just enter the email address. Contact, for example. Perplexity. So this is how we have to make the form. We'll then just publish this. So we have got the link generated here, and then we go to the responses tab, and then we have an option called as link to sheets. We'll just say create. So post doing this, you can see that we have got the form here. We have got the form fields along with the Excel sheet created. So whatever responses we are going to record are going to get stored inside this. So to set the webhook live, we'll have to go to extensions, then go to add-ons and say get add-ons. Then search for auto API webhook. So the very first option, just go and install this. Just say select all and say continue. Just say next and complete this additional setup to avoid any discrepancies. So this is just a guide to how to use the webhook URL, webhook configuration with Google Sheets or Google Forms. So when you're free, just scroll this up to the end in order to know more about how webhooks are set in Google Sheets. So now let's head over to our main automation. So this is the lead data sheet which I wish to add a webhook to. So now that webhook is installed already, let's refresh this page. So now if you go to extensions, you can see that webhook auto API webhook has been set up. So now let's just go and set this up. So now that we want that our form should be triggered when the email is entered inside the email column. So let's just say column number E and give the header a name as email, which is the last column. And then in the webhook URL, we have to go to the webhook URL in the auto API and come and paste it here. And then in the event types, we have to select text enter. And say save. And say setup triggers. So now let's go to auto API and just say start capturing sample data. So while the data has been captured, let's go and fill this form up. So for this we have to go to the form, copy this link here and open it in a new tab. So now let's enter the full name. Then the contact number. And where did we hear us from? I'll just say Google or maybe Instagram. And then your mail address. And I'll say submit. So now that this is submitted, the data should be entered here. So here you can see that the data has been entered. So these first 5 rows had some data previously, so let's just delete this. Yeah, so we have deleted this data. So the data has been entered in the response sheet of the Google form. So now let's go to auto API, wait for some time and say check status. So here you can see that the data has been captured successfully from the form. So now that the data is captured and we have received the timestamp, the full name, the contact and everything which we wanted, so and this node is set to live. So let's go and perform a final set of action, that is let's go and add the Gmail node. So let's go to the plus icon here and then it prompts us to select the next tab, so that we have to select the next action node. So this time it's going to be Gmail. So since we can already see it here, we'll just select it from here and you can always go into search for the application section and search for it. Let's just say Gmail, and inside this actions we have to go and select send email as the action type and just say add node. Yes, add node. And then it has two options, existing connection and the create new connection. So if you already have a Google account, you can always go and select existing connection, and if you do not, we can just say create new connection. Since I already have an account which is connected to auto API, I will be using the existing connection. I'll just use my existing Gmail connection. So post this, the from email is going to have the email ID which by which you have logged into auto API by default for security purposes. So if you have any business email ID or any other alternative email ID, make sure that you have logged in via that same email ID to auto API so that you can make this automation successful. So now in the sender's name we would just say auto API lead summarizer, I'll just say that. And to email is going to be the email address which we have entered in the Google form. So let's just go to the data mapper here, click this, and then from here we have to select the Google Forms from where we are going to get the customer's mail ID. So I'll just search for this mail ID, I'll say confirm. Then the subject is going to be we just received a potential client. Okay, and now it is asking for the body content. So for this you need to have a HTML content ready. So this is the updated format of HTML and CSS which is actually required to get a proper mail in applications like AutoAppy, because it does not support plain text. So let's just say copy this and paste the new content which we have entered in the format of HTML, CSS, and just say submit again and test this node. So now we can always go back to my mail address. So now we have received an AutoAppy email again. So here you can see we have received it in the proper format in a beautiful template of HTML and CSS. So this is how this automation is done. Hope so that you have enjoyed this automation and you have understood the concept behind this, and that you found the journey to AutoAppy was interesting and inspiring for you. So if you are someone who wishes to supercharge your productivity, head over to our website today itself and start automating. Do not forget to like, share and subscribe to our video, and if you have any kind of an query or any idea in your mind you want us to cover our next upcoming video tutorial on, please feel free to comment down in our YouTube comment sections, and our team will be very happy to assist you with the same. So until I see you into the next video lecture, happy automating. Thank you.